Hi and welcome back. It's been a while and there is no real reason to why I have been gone for a little bit other than I have focused on sewing and creating a lot of reels on Instagram, and I've also been on a little road trip and just tried to experience summer. As you know, I don't like traveling too much because I have still a lot of anxiety around traveling, but this year I have decided to try to expand my comfort zone when it comes to that. So I have been to Aarhus and we visited Men's Klint, and we also went to Odense here in Denmark. So we went on a little road trip in Denmark. That was lovely, with our good friends Ellie and Connor. And I also went to the Roskilde Festival, and it's one of the biggest music festivals here in Europe, and it rained so much. It was so muddy, so wet, and I slept in a tent. And I rented the tent at Roskilde Festival, and they gave me a tent that was missing one of the metal poles. So yeah, it wasn't a great experience. I will never again go to Roskilde and sleep in a tent. If I go again, I will definitely go home at the end of the day. But I guess that experience was good to have because I didn't do a lot of those things when I was a teenager. So I'm doing them now as a 35-year-old. I'm coming at you with some favorites from the past months. It's been a while since I made one of these videos, but I always think it's fun to find small brands and small businesses that do unique things. So if you have any recommendations, please share them in the comment section. I would love to check them out and see if it's something that I would love as well. Something that I always wear during summer is Swedish wooden clogs. These kind of shoes, they were very popular during the 70s, and they have always been popular if you live on the countryside, if you're a farmer, and I think it's a very nice shoe. I really love this style, and it comes in style every now and then, but for me it has always been a summer staple, and they come in different brands, or different brands in Sweden produces them. And usually these kind of shoes are still produced in Sweden. You know that a lot of things are now produced in countries that are low-income countries very far from Scandinavia, where I live. So it's nice to support Scandinavian businesses that are closer to me. This brand is called Moheda, but there are other brands as well. So it's not an expensive shoe, and it's super cool to style with. I mean, I'm very much into the 60s and the 70s fashion, but I feel like even if you're not, it's a good shoe and it's very comfortable. Someone asked me recently what it's like to walk in these, and because the sole, this is solid wood, they are a bit different to walk in, but if you're used to them, they're very comfortable because the wood will adapt and shape after your foot. This is a lovely shoe, and I think more people should wear it because it's very handy to just slip in and walk out and look cool in the Swedish wooden clogs. These are called literally wood shoes in Swedish. Träskor. The second thing on my list are beeswax candles. You know that I like to decorate with candles, and I love to light up some candles when it's dark here in Scandinavia. We're currently in July, so it's very bright, but it will not be long until it gets dark again, unfortunately. And candles is a very cozy way to light up a space and just instantly make it feel homey and cozy, and we need that. Beeswax candles are made from beeswax, which isn't toxic when you burn them. These beeswax candles that I found in a little store in Aarhus when we were there are made by this business, or this small creator, and she makes amazing candles, and I'm gonna show you the ones that we bought. We got this squiggly candle in orange, and it has that beeswax smell, which I think is very, very nice actually. And this lemon. I don't know if you know this, but I am very fond of lemons. One birthday, a friend of mine gave me a bag of lemons, and I felt it was like the best gift ever because I eat a lot of lemons. I love having a lot of lemon juice on everything that I eat. And I am also currently preserving lemons, and they are also super tasty. If you've never done that, I might share the recipe here, maybe. But I love eating preserved lemons, and it just makes any meal be delicious. So I'm very fond of lemons as well. But these beeswax candles are super cute. I'm sure there are other producers that you can find closer to where you live if you don't live in Denmark. I think you can find these kind of creators on Etsy and on Instagram, but I will link this store below if you wanna buy these exact ones. And these are also dyed with natural ingredients, and they smell so nice. I hope you are over 25, because the next thing I want to recommend that I have been consuming this summer is Amaro Montenegro. It's this quite herby, bittersweet liqueur, and I think it's kind of similar to Aperol, if you've tried that, or Campari. Is that the same? I never know the difference between those, and I haven't drank too much of them, but Amaro Montenegro feels very like adult, and almost as when you have like a drink with Amaro Montenegro, it feels like you are like in the 20s and are sitting in a like hidden cocktail bar or something. It's almost a bit decadent, and I really like the taste. It has a very like, because it's a little bitter, it tastes like more of an adult liqueur. It's not super sweet, but it's still not bitter. And I like to have this with some sparkling water, like soda water or tonic water, or in some kind of cocktail, and I think it's super nice. I really like Amaro Montenegro. And the other thing that I wanted to mention today is natural wine from Greece. I worked at a wine bar in Roskilde. That was the reason to why I was there. So I was volunteering. Everyone at Roskilde Festival is volunteering, except for a very small crew that works with the festival all year round. But we are like 2,500 or something volunteers making the festival happen every year. And I was a bartender, or a wine tender in the wine bar, and we only had natural wines from Greece, from this store here in Copenhagen called Inophilia. It's spelled like this, and the owner, Maria, she is half Danish, half Greek, and she is the loveliest person. She is so kind and warm, and I think everyone that meets her just falls in love with her, and the wine is so amazing. And if you are from my generation, you probably don't know much about Greek natural wine, but Greece is such an old country, and they have been producing wine for so many thousands and thousands of years. And it's so amazing to drink this natural wine from that country. And I think it's what I like with natural wine is that it can be so complex. And I don't drink conventional wine anymore. I only drink natural wine, and that's because that's what you find here in Copenhagen, but also because I find it to be so much more interesting. I know some people are like, I don't like natural wine, but natural wine is just the method of production, that you haven't added a lot of things to the wine, and they can taste anything from super sweet, super light, to super weird and funky and smelly, and it's such a wide range of flavors and tastes that I find super interesting. So if you're ever here in Copenhagen, I think you should visit her store. She has her store on Blågårdsplass in Nørrebro, but if you don't live in Denmark, or if you're not visiting Denmark anytime soon, I think you should check out Greek natural wine. And it's not Retsina. You can find Retsina, but it's not necessarily Retsina. And try maybe a sparkling rosé wine or a very complex orange wine. I think that can be fun. That's what I like. I wish I could show the next favorite here, but I can't. I will show image because I have used it until the end. It's gone, it's finito. And it's this super green conditioner wash or co-wash from Lush. We don't have Lush here in Copenhagen or in Denmark, unfortunately, but it's quite easy to travel to Malmö, and Malmö, they have a store, and Lush in Sweden have always been very nice to me. They have always sent me PR packages. They sent me a little kit with these products for curly hair, and I have curly hair, but you can't always tell because I feel my hair is so sensitive to the type of products that I use. So if I always use natural and organic products, but even then sometimes the products can kind of flatten out my curls, and my curls are quite big. So if my hair is short enough, like my bangs are, they won't curl because this is like in the beginning of a curl. But when it gets a little longer, you can see some curls happening, and when it's even longer, I will have like corkscrew curls. My hair needs to be longer for the curls to happen, but they also need a specific type of shampoo or conditioner or some other kind of wash. And I know I've been wanting to use the new wash that Jane Matthews always talks about, but it's super expensive, and I think this conditioner wash is a very good one. And it smells super lovely. The only bad thing is that it disappeared too soon. And because it doesn't have any packaging, you can use every last bit of it. I was shampooing or washing, it's not a shampoo. I was washing my hair with this tiny little bit, trying to scrub it onto my hair. But if you live somewhere where you can find Lush, I think this is a super nice shampoo, wash, conditioner, wash that you should try. I was sent the Wild deodorant in December. I've used it every day and it's amazing. And I also read, we haven't had a super hot summer, it's been raining a lot, but I also saw that you can use this on other parts of your body. So if you have if you tend to get sweaty underneath your boobs, you can definitely use this. It's super creamy and soft. The application is super smooth, and it comes in super nice scents. I was just sent peach iced tea, and to be honest, I hate the smell of peach. I don't like peaches too much. They are okay to eat, but I don't like the smell of peach. It reminds me too much of kids bathing stuff, which I used to love as a kid, but I think I overdid it. But they also have super nice other smells. So if you like peach, that is something for you. But this one, the Santorini Sunset, smells nice, and the Cucumber Cooler. But I'm also a big fan of the more herby ones, and they have different limited edition that comes out quite often. And people have asked me how long I can use one of the refills, and this one, I usually use one of these in between 4, 5, 6 weeks. And then I need to change it, and when you buy them, you get 3 of them, and you can get 3 different scents, and they also have a few that are completely without a scent. So if you're sensitive, you can choose the sensitive ones. But I'm a huge fan of the Wild deodorant, and I think I've said this before, but I've only been using natural and organic makeup and skincare products for so many years, and This is by far the best deodorant that I've ever used. It's vegan and it's cruelty free and it's natural, all natural. And I have a discount code and it will give you 20%. And you need to use both the link and the discount code together, and I will get a small commission. So that's also a way for you to support my little channel if you want to do that. I have a decluttering video coming up in a few weeks. I hope. We haven't started yet because we have guests coming next week, but after that my husband has promised me that we will declutter the apartment, and I'm so excited about this. I'm honestly so excited. I've been planning, making lists, planning what to eat to not have to cook when we are doing the decluttering, and we will declutter the whole apartment, and hopefully we will also get some storage units in this room, in the living room, to better organize our things, because there are a lot of things floating around without a home, and I'm super excited. Thank you for being here and thank you for watching this video, and I will see you soon.